Welcome to Abingdon High School as the Gate City Blue Devils are taking on the Abingdon Falcons in the JV matchup of evening as directly after this varsity game. Foul on the inside as Lindsey Fisher goes up for the shot. That's on number 24 for Abingdon. That's Chad Blackson. This is Charles Hartgrove along with my color commentator, Daniel Daugherty. And Freddie Knuckles on the camera for us. This is Channel 30. Foul shot is no good. Abingdon gets the rebound.
Charles, the first shot there was good by the foul shooter for Gate City there, and they are up only by 1 point here early in the contest. With 6:33 remaining, Abingdon has the ball.
And here's a steal of Gate City. Lindsey Fisher goes down the court. Passes inside to Beasley. Never bad pass, and it's going to be out of bounds on Gate City as Fisher touched it right before it went out. Number 24, Blackson, will throw it in for Abingdon. He'll give it to Anthony Phillips, point guard for Abingdon. Devils in a full court defense. Here comes, there's a steal by Aaron Flannery. Gives it to Michael McConnell, the point guard. He passes over to Fisher. Fisher looks for man, finds Aaron Mead. Mead to Flannery. Flannery drives the lane, goes up for a wide open layup. 2 for Gate City. Good job on the offense by Flannery.
Yeah, nice job, Charles. Flannery just took it up the middle. He's one of the more aggressive players on the JV squad, and it paid off there as they got 2 more points on the board. They lead 3-0 already with 5:45 remaining in the first period.
Almost another steal by number 25, Michael McConnell. He'll be called for the foul, reaching in. As Abingdon will take the ball out of bounds at the half-court line and set up her offense again. There's 5 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the first period of play. Devils up 3-0. Phillips sets up to play, passes over to number 54. That's Jimmy Mitchell. And good defensive play by Lindsey Fisher. And Gate City will get the ball back on the turnover by Abingdon.
Gate City has had some luck here, Charles, so far in the contest. Their defense is kicking in well. And as it shows on the scoreboard, Abingdon yet to score with a minute and a half elapsed from the game clock.
Fisher now gets the ball and passes over to Beasley. Beasley looks for a man on the inside and gives it to Flannery, the point guard. Flannery trying to set his offense up. Over to Mead, back inside to Fisher. Errant pass by Fisher, picked off by Abingdon. That's Phillips, the point guard. He'll slow up and pass the ball off to number 24. That's Chad Blackson. On the inside, number 52 for the first 2 points of the game for Abingdon. That's Jamie Hughes. Flannery brings the ball up court for Gate City. Off to Mead. To Beasley on the inside. And that's his first 2 of the ball game for Chad Beasley. 5-2 the score with 4:40 left in the first period. Pass on the inside, number 52, deflected. Point guard gives it back to 52, and he rims the shot. Flannery brings the ball up court. Passes to McConnell on the outside. 3-point shot by McConnell, and in and out. Beasley's tough rebound. Ball is stripped by number 54. Blackson will bring up the court for Abingdon. Blackson gives it to Phillips. Phillips shoots from directly inside the 3-point line and is good.
A nice shot there from number 12, the Abingdon team. Phillips, I believe you said, a short player. Obviously, he has some skill, though, and shooting, as they only trail now by 1, 4-5 to score. The Devils still up by that 1 point with 3:52 remaining in the first period now.
That was off Jamie Hughes of Abingdon. Flannery will throw it into Beasley. Beasley has the wide open layup and misses it. Rebound by Lindsey Fisher, and it goes in for him. Ball brought up court by Phillips. Full court pressure by Gate City. Flannery on him. He misses a shot. Chad Beasley forces down the rebound. Flannery will bring it up the court. 7-4 Gate City with 3:28 left in the first period. Inside to Beasley. Beasley uses his strength on the inside. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebound Hughes for Abingdon. Excuse me, that's Mitchell. Blackson misses for Abingdon. Rebound by Aaron Flannery. Flannery brings it up the court. Gives it inside to Beasley. Beasley forces inside again. Misses again. Rebound by number 25, Michael McConnell. McConnell drives the lane. Misses the layup. A foul. I believe that's going to be on Gate City. 32, Chad Beasley, his first foul of the ball game.
It's also Gate City's first team foul, Charles, with quite a bit of the first period expired. Gate City not committing too many fouls. That's the first one up to this point.
And number 20 in the ball game for Abingdon, that is J.B. Wallace. Full court pressure as that's Richard Howell on him. And Shoemaker forces out of bounds. Abingdon will keep possession of the ball as number 14, Joey Wolf, touched it last. Wolf will throw it into Blackson. As the second team is now in for Gate City, that's Jake Housrott, Richard Howell, Josh Shoemaker, Charles Darnell, and Andy Smith. Errant pass by Abingdon as he threw it out of bounds. Gate City will take over the ball. Smith will throw in to Shoemaker. Number 12, Josh Shoemaker goes in the inside, drives the lane. The shot's partially blocked. He comes up to the ball in the scrap. Looks for a man on the inside. That's Andy Smith. Smith back out to Shoemaker. Shoemaker over to Howell. Howell to Darnell. Over to Housrott. Housrott drives the lane. Good perimeter shot by Housrott, but he misses. He gets his own rebound. Passes it to Shoemaker, and Shoemaker will make 2 points on the layup.
Good offensive play by there by the Devils, feeding the ball underneath to Shoemaker. He puts up the 2 points. Gives Gate City a 5-point lead now, Charles.
And there's going to be a walk by Sammy Blackson. Excuse me. That's Chad Blackson of Abingdon. Shoemaker, point guard for Gate City, will bring the ball up the court. Errant pass by Richard Howell on the inside. It does bounce off an Abingdon player, and Gate City will get the ball in. Shoemaker goes out of bounds to throw in the ball. He finds Richard Howell. He passes inside Andy Smith. It's tipped. And Chad Blackson for Abingdon will bring the ball up the court. 1 minute and 38 seconds left in the first period of play. 9-4 to Gate City. Richard Howell almost has the steal, but he does go out of bounds. Abingdon will take the ball over at the half-court line. Pass over to number 14. He goes to the inside. There's going to be a foul. I believe that's on Charles Darnell. It is. That's his first of a ball game, and the second for Gate City. Inside to Blackson on the inbounds pass. Shoemaker gets the rebound and has the court. He'll hold up and wait for the rest of the team to get there. He passes to Howell. Howell back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker looks for an open man. Drives the inside and he dribbles out of bounds. The Abingdon ball. Blackson will throw it in for Abingdon. He gives it to number 20, J.B. Wallace. Howell is on Wallace, full court pressure. Pass over to number 14, that's Joey Wolf. Wolf drives the lane. He walks, and Gate City will get the ball back with 54 seconds left.
Abingdon's had some trouble tonight, Charles, in the process of, and just basically their entire offense of keeping the ball without traveling, and it's showing on behalf of the Devils because they do lead by 5. Several turnovers so far by Abingdon. Howell drives the inside. Good shot, but he misses. Darnell with the rebound, and he's fouled. The foul is on. We'll wait to the ref. 44 for Abingdon, and that is Todd Hawkins, excuse me. So Charles Darnell will go to the line for 2 free throws. This could put his team up by 7 points if he does make both.
First one is short.
Judging by the hush in the crowd, Charles, you would think we were playing at home when he got that shot.
As we have horrid weather outside.
Oh, goodness, Charles, it's awful. Actually, there's more people here from Gate City, surprisingly, than there is from Abingdon at this point. I'm surprised if there's anybody come from Gate City. To be honest, I'm surprised they're having the contest. It's really, roads could get bad tonight if the weather gets as cold as it's supposed to.
Darnell does make his second one. It's 10-4 Gate City. 35 seconds left. Andy Smith with the steal. Shoemaker takes it inside himself for the layup. He misses. Abingdon with the rebound. That's Joey Wolf. And Shoemaker will knock it out of bounds. That'll be Abingdon's ball. Mitchell will throw it in. J.B. Wallace has the ball. It goes off his knee, but Richard Howell almost has a steal at the half-court line. Oh, and it does go out of bounds on the Abingdon player. And so Gate City will take the ball over with 17 seconds left in the first period. Up by 6 points, 10-4. Shoemaker for point guard brings the ball down court. Passes to Howshot. Howshot over to Andy Smith. Smith fouled on his way to the goal. And that'll stop the clock at 7.7 seconds left. So Smith will go to the line now for two. First shot is good.
Nice job, Andy Smith. Some of the JV players this season have had a little bit of trouble from the foul line. I believe they've been working on that under the direction of their coach, Greg Irvin, and it paid off there. Smith made both of his.
That's his first 2 points of evening. Abingdon will try to score before the period ends, and they're going to call a foul on Richard Howell, number 22 for Gate City. Abingdon will take the ball out of bounds with 2.5 seconds left in the first period. And the buzzer did sound before the shot, and so the first period will end with the score Gate City 12, Abingdon Falcons 4. All this is brought to you because of our sponsors for the 1993-94 basketball season. They are King Ford, Otis Roten State Farm Insurance, Nations Bank, Dennis Fritz Allstate, New Image, Kilgore Law Offices, People's Bank, and Farmers and Miners Bank. We'd like to thank all of these businesses for their cooperation with Channel 30 and Gate City High School basketball. From the first quarter, scores for Abingdon, there's only two, as Anthony Phillips put in 2 for Gate City, and Jamie Hughes also had 2. For Gate City, Lindsey Fisher had 3, Chad Beasley had 2, Josh Shoemaker had 2, Andy Smith had 2, and Charles Darnell had 1. And so we're going to get ready to start the second period here in just one moment. For those of you just now joining us, we are from Abingdon High School. It's a treacherous evening outside as the ice is already beginning to lay thick, and there's already 2 inches of snow here.
Yeah, when we left Gate City there a couple hours ago, I guess, Charles, we didn't realize it was this kind of weather to be up here. We hit the Bristol on the interstate, and I was like coming into a whole new world. The snow just came down, and the interstate was, practically covered with snow.
Should be interesting to see what it'll be like after the varsity game when it gets even colder this evening. We're ready for the second period of action. The point guard number 12, Anthony Phillips for Abingdon, takes control of the ball. He'll give it to Blackson. Chad Blackson, number 24. He'll pass on the inside to number 54. That is Jimmy Mitchell. And he misses, and number 44, Todd Atkins, gets the rebound and the 2 points. The starters back in now for Gate City. Number 21, Aaron Flannery, is fouled by number 12, Anthony Phillips, as he brings the ball up the court. Gate City will take the ball out of bounds, tap court line. Lindsey Fisher to inbounds. Gives the ball back to point guard Flannery. Flannery passes to Lindsey Fisher. Fisher to Aaron Mead on the inside. Mead is fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. As Mead has a good shooting touch. He's done very well in the past few games for the JV. Score is 12-6. 13-6 now is all net for Aaron Mead, number 24. He'll get his second shot. And he does make it also. That's his first 2 points of the evening. Pass down number 50 on inside number 44. He misses the turnaround. Aaron Mead gets the rebound on the inside. Mead switches hands, gives to Michael McConnell. McConnell on the layup. Good. McConnell's first 2 points of the evening.
And a nice drive by McConnell also as he went down and gives Gate City a 10-point lead now.
14 drives the inside, misses the shot. Rebound by Lindsey Fisher. Looks like we might have a push by number 44 of Abingdon. That's Todd Hawkins. So Gate City will get the ball. That's his second foul on the evening. Fisher will inbound his ball to Aaron Flannery, number 21. Flannery looks for a man, finds Fisher. Fisher over to Aaron Mead. Mead passes to Flannery. Flannery passes up to 3 and inside to Beasley. And he misses the layup, but is fouled. I think number 44.
Yeah, on number 44, Charles.
That's his third foul already. He is in foul trouble early here in the second period as Gate City is already in the bonus.
Yeah, only a minute and 26 seconds elapsed from the game clock so far this period.
Beasley misses his first shot. As there's 7 team fouls for Abingdon and 4 for Gate City. Rebound by Aaron Mead on a missed foul shot. Turn around in the lane. He misses it in and out. Number 52 for Abingdon. That's Jim Hughes gets the rebound. As Gate City's lead is 16-6 with 5:23 left in the second period. Back to number 22 on the outside. That's Sean McClanahan. 14 goes into Beasley. Beasley takes the steal and will give it to Flannery, the point guard. So another turnover by Abingdon, as they've just not been able to get their offense going because of this Gate City defense. Mead is wide open from 3-point range. Good.
Nice shot by Mead. Saw it was wide open and just took it and made it with 4:54 remaining now. It's going to be Abingdon's ball. Check
Michael
that,
McConnell.
Gate City.
Yeah, Michael McConnell's has the steal, and Aaron Flannery on the inside. He is fouled during the process of a shot, so he'll get two shots from the foul on.
Charles, at this point, Gate City beginning just to run away with Abingdon. They had a little bit of trouble with their last district matchup just the other night there against, who was we played?
John Battle.
John Battle, yeah, right. And in that contest, and then, but tonight they have a solid lead over the Marion team, and that's why there's been or the Abingdon team, that's why there's been a timeout called by their coach.
So with 4:45 left in the second period, the Abingdon coach needs to talk to his players about trying to start their offense over and putting some points up the board, as Gate City is very quick and will cause several turnovers.
The John Battle game was the basketball squad's last away before this. They did play Virginia High here just last Tuesday night. And that's the one where the JV had just a little bit of trouble with. Came down to the wire, pretty much like the varsity contest did with John Battle the Friday night before that. So it looks like whatever the Devils have been doing wrong, they have improved upon here in these past couple of contests.
So the score with 4:45 left in the second period is Gate City 19, Abingdon 6, and Gate City will go back to the free throw line as Aaron Flannery is up to shoot. He was fouled on the shot. That's Abingdon's 8th team foul, as Gate City will shoot at least a 1-and-1 every time, as they are already in the bonus. First one is missed by Flannery. He'll take his second shot. A little bit long. Rebound by number 22 of Abingdon, Sean McClanahan. To number 20, and there's a steal by Lindsey Fisher, and they're going to say his foot was on the line and give the ball back to Abingdon.
Worked out just as well since he threw it back into the hands of an Abingdon player anyway.
J.B. Wallace brings it up to court. Passes off to number 54, Jimmy Mitchell. Mitchell to McClanahan. McClanahan looks for an open man and finds one from Gate City, Aaron Flannery. He'll go coast to coast and is fouled on the attempt for the layup. He'll go to the line again.
Foul, I believe, Charles, on number 22. Is that what he signaled?
If that was 22, that'll be his first. Sean McClanahan's first of the ball game. Abingdon's 9th team foul. First shot's good by Flannery. His first points of the ball game. And his second one is good. So he's 2 for 4 from the line so far this evening. It's 32 for Abingdon now has the ball. Jesse Baldwin. He goes around Flannery. Is triple coverage. Throws it up, and Michael McConnell will take the steal. Passes to Aaron Mead. Mead with the layup and the foul. That's Mead's 7th point of evening, and he'll go to the line for another. If Mead can continue his pace, he's well on his way to a high double-digit scoring performance this evening. It's 23-6 as of right now, and he has a chance to add another one onto that with 4:10 left in the second period. And he does. J.B. Wallace brings it up the court for Abingdon. Into double coverage again. The full court press working for Gate City as they've caused several turnovers. McClanahan, good defense by Michael McConnell. They are going to call a reach in on him, and that'll be his first foul of the ball game. That's Gate City's 5th team foul. Hughes will throw it in for Abingdon to number 20, Wallace. Wallace gives the ball back to Gate City. McConnell take it up the court himself, as he has close to 3 or 4 steals this evening. He passes the ball to Lindsey Fisher. He'll drive the lane and be fouled on the layup. Dan, Gate City's had great success driving the lane so far this evening.
Yes, they have, Charles. If they don't score, they get fouled, which is, they know how to get Abingdon to play the defense that will cause fouls. Several cases there, they've been able to score and go to the foul line. And Gate City's JV, as I mentioned earlier, have had some difficulties earlier in the season with their foul shooting, but they are improving. I believe tonight is a performance of that. How are they doing on their foul shots tonight, percentage-wise, Charles? What can you see from your scores?
They are 9 for 11 so far.
That's good. And Lindsey Fisher made his first one there. It was like a new string coming in from Abingdon, and I believe that was their starting.
10 for 13. Sorry now. As Gate City also did some substituting. He's into the game for the first time is Jeremy Edens and Garen Hill for Gate City, along with Andy Smith, Jake Houseright, and Josh Shoemaker. Pass to Ryan Manhattan. Number 12, Phillips, bringing up the court to point guard. Number 40 for Abingdon, 50 in the steal, and he passes over to number 42. Ball is out of bounds. It'll be Abingdon's ball, which is a wild scramble there at the end. Manhattan will throw it in to Phillips. Phillips, the starting point guard, will set up an offense. He gets the screen. Finds number 42, J.D. Merritt. Merritt back to Phillips. Phillips drives the lane and misses a shot. Rebound by Jake Houseright, and he walks as he slips. .34 for Abingdon. Give the ball back to Phillips. Out of bounds on Phillips. Gate City will take over possession. As their lead is now up to 20 points, Dan. Their offense is doing real well this evening.
Yeah, it looks like Gate City's probably going to hit the 30s before Abingdon even comes out of the single digits.
Shoemaker from 3. Bounced off the rim. Good rebound by Housrod.
Jake Housrod. I mean, he was right there underneath. Took the ball literally out of the hand of one of the Abingdon players and put it up and scored. Gate City dominating this contest both offensively and defensively.
So that's his first points of a ball game. Missed shot by Abingdon. Phillips, the point guard. Garen Hill in the scramble and cannot get it. Abingdon will obtain possession. Phillips into Merritt. Merritt over to number 40, Colin Harris. Harris puts up the shot and misses. Shoemaker for the rebound. So he'll also bring it up court. 2:17 left in the first period. Gate City up by 22. Smith passes to Garen Hill. Hill for 3. Rebound by Josh Shoemaker. And he'll put in 2 for layup.
And as I said, looks like Gate City's hit the 30s before Abingdon has come out of the single digits. 30-6 now.
Another steal. And pass by Edens was uncatchable for Hill. So Abingdon will take the ball over. Phillips, the point guard for Abingdon, will bring the ball up to court. As we're getting ready to go to halftime. Merritt back to Phillips. Phillips drives the lane. Good pass to Colin Harris. Phillips, it's a wide open shot and misses. Gate City another rebound. Andy Smith. Edens will bring the ball up the court. Fakes the pass. Gives Shoemaker. Smith. Smith will go back up top. He finds Housrod. Housrod on the inside to Shoemaker. Shoemaker drives the lane and gets an easy 2. As Gate City's size has really dominated, they've just out-rebounded the Falcons.
Yes, Gate City with a big JV squad this year. Of course, Abingdon's team isn't exactly small, but
I know.
Guess it's what you do with that height, Charles.
Edens, the point guard, brings the ball down court to Shoemaker, to Hill. Hill looks for a man on the inside, gives it back to Shoemaker, the point guard. Shoemaker drives inside, gives the ball to Garen Hill. Hill decides not to shoot 3 and passes inside to Edens. Edens misses. Abingdon rebounds the ball, and there's going to be a jump ball. Gate City has the possession arrow, so we'll get it back.
Abingdon's been sloppy on the rebounds all evening. They're just not concentrating on what they're supposed to be doing after they get the ball, or even doing good defense to try to get the rebounds from Gate City. And it's showing.
Shoemaker gives the ball to Andy Smith. Smith up top, key to Aaron Hill. Hill over to Shoemaker for 3. Bounces off the rim. Andy Smith with another rebound and forces himself inside the paint. Another rebound by Gate City. Shoemaker, he misses. And Abingdon will get the ball back. As Gate City has several offensive rebounds, but they're down at their end of the court for a lot longer than Abingdon is. Phillips, the point guard, almost loses the ball again. Finds a man on the inside, Ryan Manhattan. He passes to 34. Back out to point guard Phillips. Phillips drives on the inside, passes to Colin Harris, 40. Harris passes to Phillips. Phillips drives the lane. He misses the layup. Housrod throws a last-second desperation shot, and that'll end the first half as Gate City has dominated the Abingdon Falcons 32-6. Before I go over our scores, I'd like to go through our sponsors for the 1993-94 high school basketball season. They are King Ford, Otis Roten State Farm Insurance, Nations Bank, Dennis Fritz Allstate, New Image, Kilgore Law Offices, People's Bank, and Farmers and Miners Bank. The scores so far, Abingdon, that should just take a couple of seconds. They only have 6 points. 2 by Anthony Phillips, 2 by Todd Hawkins, and 2 by Jamie Hughes. We'll go over to Gate City as they have several players who are close to double figures and probably will be by the end of the game. Aaron Flannery has 2, Mike McConnell has 4, Lindsey Fisher has 3, Aaron Mead has, he's leading scores so far with 8, and Chad Beasley has 2 along with several rebounds. Josh Shoemaker has 6, Jake Housrod has 2, Andy Smith has 6, and Charles Darnell has 1. So several players already on the board and scoring, Dan.
Yeah, it's pretty sad on the part of Abingdon. I kind of feel sorry for them at this point. They can't feel good as they go into the locker room with only 6 points in the first half. At this rate, they'll have 12 at the end of the game. And, that's something their coach is going to have to talk to them about. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the second half.
So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment for the second half of action in junior varsity game. We're back with second half action of the junior varsity game. Now 32-6, as Abingdon will get the ball first in the second half. Starters for both teams in. Ball is to Hawkins, and he misses. He doesn't get his own rebound, and Flannery will get the rebound and take it up court for Gate City. Flannery gives it to Aaron Mead. Mead back to McConnell. McConnell on the inside, and the ball will be stolen by Abingdon, and almost another turnover by Abingdon. Number 32 has to control the ball and put up a shot, and it's good. So Abingdon finally gets some points on the board. The first of the second half. Ball up to Mead. Mead drives the lane, misses layup. Beasley gets the rebound and puts in the 2. Ball brought up the court by number 20 of Abingdon. Atkins to B.J. Wallace, and there's a steal by Gate as Flannery passes up to Michael McConnell. McConnell inside to Chad Beasley. Beasley muscles his way and misses the rebound. Misses the shot. Rebound, number 52 of Abingdon, Jamie Hughes. He fights for it over Lindsey Fisher, and Abingdon will get the ball back. I'm sorry, Gate City will get the ball back. Flannery will then turn it back over to Abingdon.
Game of turnovers again, Charles.
It's not as bad as it was the other night, Dan.
No, not at John Battle. That was, I've never seen one like that. But here's another turnover. It may become worse. I don't know.
Yeah. Aaron Flannery gets trapped in the corner, passes the ball out to Mead. Mead finds Michael McConnell wide open from three-point range. A little bit long. Rebound by Mead, and he scores 2. So Mead is in double figures now. That's his 10th point of a ball game. He's leading all scores. As Gate City's dropped back into a half-court defense. They're not pressing full court. Foul on Gate City. Number 23, that's Lindsey Fisher. His first personal foul of the ball game. That will send number 52, Jamie Hughes, to the foul line. That's Gate City's first team foul of the second half. Hughes misses the first foul shot. And he misses the second one. Rebound by Chad Beasley. To Mead. Mead finds Flannery. Flannery looking down court. Passes over to McConnell. McConnell back to Mead. Over to Flannery. 3 seconds on Gate City. And Abingdon will take the ball over again. Another turnover. Number 20 for Abingdon brings the ball up the court. Wallace does the ball. Flannery on him. A good screen by number 32 of Abingdon. Wallace does the ball. And official timeout as a player is bleeding, and that is a rule in VHSL in all sports. If anybody starts bleeding, they must stop the game and put a new player on the court. 44 takes a shot. He misses. Lindsey Fisher will bring down the rebound and give it to Aaron Mead. Mead will give the ball to point guard Flannery. Flannery to McConnell. McConnell on the inside to Fisher. Fisher to Beasley, and he misses layup. Rebound by Michael McConnell. Passes inside again to Beasley. Beasley misses the layup. He gets his own rebound. No. Flannery finally comes up with it, and will start the offense all over for Gate City. McConnell back to Mead. Mead on the inside to Beasley. Beasley turns around in the lane, long again. Beasley gets another rebound, and he's fouled, and he'll finally go to the line. Because the ball never really went to anybody's hands that time, Dan.
This has been pretty much a low-scoring second half already. Gate City, I think, with 4 points in the half, and who are we playing? Abingdon with 2 points. So, of course, they only have 8 in the entire game. So I guess they're increased their scoring capacity.
Beasley misses his first shot, as he has been dominated on the inside. He's not had a whole lot of points to fall for him, but he's had several offensive rebounds. As this is an exciting team, ladies and gentlemen, you really do need to come out and watch them, as this is a future varsity. You have a lot of talent.
We don't recommend coming out on evenings like this. So.
Maybe if you have a tank.
You know, the weather is getting worse out there. While we're talking about that, Coach Collarbro told me in between during the halftime break, told Charles and I that the game tomorrow night with Powell Valley will be canceled, as is the sock hop after that. Who knows? They may even cancel this varsity game before it comes around, Charles. We may not be here for the varsity contest.
We looked outside during halftime, and it looked very bad. Meade does make his first foul shot, and he will make his second one also. He has 12 points now in the game. 4 points in the second half for Meade already. Blackson for Abingdon finally scores. That'll give Abingdon, they're in the double digits for the first day. They have 10 points now. They pulled within 28 of Gate City. Rebound by Lindsey Fisher, and he's fouled, and the layup is good. Good play by Fisher. Fisher will go to the line to complete the three-point conversion, as there's 3 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third period of play. As Gate City has truly dominated on the inside on both ends of the court, man.
Yeah, they sure have.
And the shot is good by Fisher. He completes the three-point play. Blackson brings the ball to the court. Number 14 shoots and is fouled by Lindsey Fisher. That's Fisher's second of the game, and that's the second team foul this half for Gate City. Now the second team of Gate City will come in and replace the first team. There's not really a big difference in abilities of these two teams. They are both able to put up points and play solid defense. That's another turnover by Abingdon. Gate City will get the ball again. So Smith gives the ball to Shoemaker, point guard also in as Charles Darnell, and over to Richard Howell, and Jake Howell shot the last player. Smith turns around, and misses the outside perimeter shot. That'll be out of bounds on Abingdon, as 44 was the last to touch it. Todd Hawkins. (41-10) the score, with right over 3 minutes to play in the third period, as Devils have ran away with this one, Dan.
Yeah, they sure have. Up by 31 points. Abingdon just a short while ago coming into the two-digit figure. So
Smith with the ball at the top of the key, gives it to Housetrot. Housetrot over to number 22, Richard Howell. Howell gives it to point guard Josh Shoemaker, number 15. Shoemaker penetrates, gives it to Andy Smith. Puts up the shot from the baseline. No good. Abingdon gets the rebound. Chad Blackson brings up point guard for Abingdon. Gives the ball number 20. That is J.B. Wallace, and Abingdon scores again as their offensive output. They've scored more in this quarter than they did the entire last half.
They have done much better. Apparently whatever the coach told them during the break was helpful. Here they are getting a rebound, which they also had trouble with during the first half. But there they lost it out of bounds. They have to play all spectrum, the entire spectrum of the ball game, if they want to even come close to challenging Gate City in this contest. Gate City, a well-rounded team. Abingdon has to be also at all times.
As turnovers have plagued Gate City's last two opponents as they've gone on the road. John Battle had close to 50, I'm sure, and Abingdon has had several this evening. One of the reasons why Gate City is up by as many points as they are. Good turnaround move on the inside by Todd Hawkins for Abingdon. His 4th point of the ball game. Shoemaker drives to the inside. Basket will not count. Shoemaker will go to the line for 2 shots. Foul is on number 14 for Abingdon.
I don't know about you, Charles, but I'm getting snowed on back here. We got a vent up above us, and I can feel some
getting showered a little bit.
Moisture coming in, along with that cold air.
So Josh Shoemaker will go to the line with 1 minute and 53 seconds left in the 3rd period. That's Abingdon's 4th team foul in the 2nd half, as Gate City has only committed 1. And Phillips, the point guard, has control of it. Takes that ball up court. Gate City in a man-to-man. Chad Blackson is fouled before the shot. He'll go to the line, as he was in the art of shooting when he was fouled. That's the 2nd team foul by Gate City. I'm sorry, he will not go to the foul line. They'll inbounds the ball and cost another turnover.
Another turnover. Gate City is taking advantage of that this evening. It's going to be Shoemaker for the Devils, taking it down court.
So Shoemaker, the point guard, will give it to Richard Howell. Howell looks for an open man and gives it to Jake Houseright. Houseright turns around on the inside, and it's long. Howell takes control, puts it back inside to Houseright. Houseright, another rebound, misses the shot. Andy Smith has the ball stripped from him.
While Gate City didn't score on that last little play there, what I saw from Abingdon is basically they seem to be a little inexperienced, I think, Charles, underneath. They don't move. They just stand pretty much stationary and hope the ball comes down into their hands.
Gate City is very aggressive under the boards there.
And that aggressiveness is not being matched up well at all by Abingdon.
So Phillips gives the ball to number 22 for Abingdon. There's going to be a foul on Gate City as Blackson drove the lane. As Chad Blackson will go to the foul line. One minute and 1 second exactly left in the 3rd period.
You know, Charles, Abingdon has not been at the line an excessive amount of times this evening. We haven't seen a lot of foul shooting from this team compared to what Gate City's been doing this evening.
Gate City has been cautious when coming to fouling on the inside or anywhere.
And they haven't had any reason not to be in this contest.
42-15 to score, as Abingdon has finally put some offense up in this 2nd half. Richard Howell, the pass from Shoemaker, will drive the lane and get the layup. Good offensive play.
It was a nice job by Howell taking the ball down and scoring there. He walked right through Abingdon's defense there. Like I mentioned before, they're inexperienced. They don't move much underneath. Fortunately, they scored a couple there for them.
That's Richard Howell's first points of the ball game. Andy Smith on the inside, shoots and scores. Smith now has 8 points. He has a possibility of going to double figures also, not for Gate City. Phillips drives the lane, gives it to number 10 for Abingdon, and he misses the layup. Shoemaker, for point guard, brings the ball down court, gives it to Howell. Howell finds Houseright. Houseright is blocked, and Vinny is fouled. As Houseright, if he does miss a shot on the inside, he usually will get his own rebound.
Yeah. This time around, Abingdon being a little more aggressive down underneath Gate City's goal in the past few plays. It's just basically a good analogy, I suppose, be test driving around cones, Charles. It's a matter of swerving up, putting up the point. Abingdon has improved here on this last play. I'm surprised their coach hasn't called a timeout by now and tried to regroup.
3.7 seconds left in the 3rd period, and Houseright's second free throw shot is good. Chad Blackson, as the clock expires in the third period, it really doesn't matter now. Hits a 3 to close the third period.
Wow, mid-court. People have won cars for doing that.
We'd like to share with you our sponsors for the 1993-94 basketball season at Gate City. They are King Ford, Otis Roten State Farm Insurance, Nations Bank, Dennis Fritz Allstate, New Image, Kilgore Law Offices, People's Bank, and Farmers and Miners Bank. We'd like to thank all our sponsors who support Gate City High School basketball. Our scores so far this evening, the score right now at the beginning of the fourth period is Gate City 47, Abingdon 20, as Abingdon has really stepped up their offense, but it's almost too late. Yeah. They still have a chance to come back, but it would take an awesome offensive and defensive performance.
Well, they've scored 14 points here alone during this third period, so you never know.
Only had 6 in the first half, so very good. Gate City, they have 2 for Aaron Flannery, 2 for Michael McConnell, 5 for Lindsey Fisher, 12 for Aaron Mead, 4 for Chad Beasley, 6 for Josh Shoemaker, 2 for Richard Howell, 3 for Jake Housrott, 8 for Andy Smith, and 1 for Charles Darnell. As Gate City has 4 team fouls and Abingdon has 5. Neither team is into bonus yet. As Garen Hill and Jeremy Edens will come in the ball game along with Charles Darnell. Jake Housride and Richard Howell will stay in for Devils. There's going to be a foul on Charles Darnell, his second of the evening. As Abingdon will inbound the ball. It's number 10, Colin Harris. Chad Blackson misses the perimeter shot. Ball on the inside to Hawkins. Hawkins shoots and scores. Todd Hawkins, his 6th point of the ball game. Jeremy Edens has trouble getting the ball court. Gives it to Richard Howell. Howell, very fast player. Howell gives it to Housrott. Housrott brings it court to Garen Hill. Hill looks for an open man. Finds Edens. Edens the point guard. Edens gets his offense in the set. He gives the ball to Charles Darnell. Darnell to Hill. Hill drives to the inside. Passes the ball. He gets it back. And I believe there was a 3-second violation on Gate City, so Abingdon will take the ball over. Number 12, Anthony Billups, the starting point guard, will bring it up and he give it to Chad Blackson.
Nice offensive play there by the Falcons. Number 12 feeding over to number 10, a relatively newcomer to the contest for Abingdon. He put it up and made it look pretty.
Number 10, I do not have a number for.
Very odd. Number 31, Darnell on Gate City's team, just matched those 2 points, however. And
as that's number 10, his 6 points since entering the ball game. Good pass on the inside again. Number 10, he has 8 points now in the second half.
Too bad we don't have his name, Charles, and give the kid some credit.
Garen Hill brings it up, gives it to Richard Howell. Another a timeout called by Gate City.
Game 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, Charles. Score 26-49. We have seen Abingdon playing about equal to Gate City, I'd say, in the second half, pretty much. Compared to what the first half was, Abingdon making an extreme comeback, 26-49. They've added 20 points here in the second half alone, as they went into the locker room at halftime with only 6 points.
Their offense has really stepped up on the inside, and our mystery player has led the attack. So with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the junior varsity game, Gate City is up 49-26. Really the key factor about this game, Dan, is Gate City has dominated on the offensive boards. They have really been able to follow their shots, and if they do miss, they do get the rebound.
Yeah, and part of that, Gate City's done a good job. They're taking advantage of Abingdon's weak defense. Abingdon's defense has been weak underneath Gate City's goal, and Gate City's players just been able to roll right through them and make the points. Like you say, if they take the shot up and they miss it, then they're going to get their own rebound in most cases.
It's like you said, they do seem to be an inexperienced rebounding team. Charles Darnell puts up a shot and misses it. Jake House shot on the inside. He also misses. Another offensive rebound by Richard Howell. He misses. He's blocked. Garen Hill gets to bound, and he'll give it back to Richard Howell. Another turnover by Abingdon. So Gate City will keep the ball. As there again, 3 successive offensive rebounds by Gate City. House right takes the ball to the inside. He is fouled by number 14 of Abingdon, Joey Wolf. Gate City will inbounds the ball. Jeremy Edens will do that. Excuse me. Edens finds House right under the goal. Good power move. He does miss a shot. He does get his own rebound again, though. And he's called for walking as he stumbles backwards. Seems like he lost his balance.
Yeah, Gate City hasn't had that called on him too often tonight, the traveling violation, compared to Abingdon especially. Abingdon, I'm telling that they're a young team here tonight. I think we'll see a much more equal contest in the varsity matchup next game.
Yes. Howell with the rebound. He will keep it himself. Under 5 minutes to play in the game. High shot, high pass to the post on the inside of Darnell. Darnell's shot is partially blocked. Garen Hill tries to save it, but his foot was on the line. Abingdon will inbounds the ball. Phillips. As Andy Smith checked in right before the ball was inbounded, he'll come in for Housewright and give him a break, as Housewright has done an excellent job on the bounds at 3 boards this evening.
Yes, Housewright has been right there when Gate City needed him underneath.
Garen Hill with the steal. Hill leading the fast court break, and he'll slow it down and give it to Howell up top. Howell to Andy Smith. Smith back over to the Abingdon player. He will go coast to coast, and he does miss. Number 12, Phillips, will get the rebound, the point guard. And they're going to call the foul on Richard Howell as he dove after Phillips, and he must have bumped into him.
I didn't really see much of a foul there by Howell, to be honest with you, Charles. I just saw him
go for the ball.
Being aggressive, going for the ball. I didn't even see him touch the player.
Our Mr. Man throws in the ball to Phillips, number 12. Gets a good screen, will go around the outside and loses control. But Hawkins will recover. He misses the shot on the inside. And the Mystery Man. He is now in double figures. 10 points.
And Jeremy Eden's not particularly favorable of that move on the behalf of Abingdon's number 22 there. And he kind of tripped him up. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Probably not. But Edens will go to the line anyway.
So Edens will get a chance to put his first points on the board this evening. As Abingdon will check in number 32, Jesse Baldwin, as number 22, Sean McClanahan will go out on the bench. Edens, his first shot is to the right. Andy Smith gets the rebound. Edens comes back out and gets the scrap from Smith, and here's a steal by Hawkins. The big man loses the ball. And so Gate City will, Abingdon, Hawkins will go to the foul line.